Come Christmas time, you're going to need a showstopper of a cake. Lots of people aren't particularly fond of a traditional Christmas cake, so I've got something of an alternative for you in my fruit and nut chocolate showstopper cake. 3 layers of chocolate mud cake filled with gorgeous California raisins. So we're going to melt 330 grams of unsalted butter along with 330 grams of dark chocolate. Now, the rule with chocolate, only use what you like to eat. Okay, so use nice quality chocolate. I'm just going to crumble my last few pieces in. I'm going to add in 240 mils of water, a little bit of coffee, just the instant kind. And when you eat this cake, you won't taste coffee, but what it does is it actually brings out the flavour of the cocoa. This is going to go over a low heat just until everything is melted. While the pan does its thing, we can get on with the dry ingredients. In this bowl, I've got 190 grams of plain flour and 190 grams of self-raising flour. Don't ask me why, but that mixture seems to work really nicely to give you the rise that you need. I've also got 60 grams of cocoa powder in here, a teaspoon of bicarbonate of soda, and a pinch of salt. If you use table salt in any of my recipes, you'll need to make sure you halve it because that's so much stronger. We've got a little bit of sugar going in as well. A little what you fancy does you a lot of good. This is not for every day. So stir all of your dry ingredients. Once you're happy you've got most of that nicely combined, you can start looking at your wet ingredients. Now in this jug, I've got 165 mils of buttermilk and 55 mils of vegetable oil. Both of these are going to really help with that texture of the cake. 6 eggs are going to go into here and give that all a quick mix. Pour this wet batter into the dry ingredients. Give it a stir, and what you'll find is that the whole mixture won't come together because remember, this isn't all of the wet ingredients that we're adding. We've still got everything in the pan. So let's check the pan and make sure everything's melted. Give the pan a stir and your glossy, chocolatey, buttery mix is ready to go in the cake. So all of this lovely mix goes into the cake. So now we just need to bring all of this together. To make it a fruit and nut showstopper cake, I'm going to add in just a few extra treats. First of all, I have 300 grams of California raisins. Just allow your raisins to flow freely, tumbling into their chocolatey bath. The next thing we're going to need is a sprinkling of nuts, and I'm using, because it's Christmas, I'm going to use macadamia nuts. They're a big favourite of mine. So I'm just going to move my bowl out of the way. It does take up the entire kitchen, it's a big bowl. I'm going to chop up 100 grams of macadamia nuts. These just need to be roughly chopped. 50 grams of flaked almonds. Give that a turn, and that's ready to divide between 3 8-inch round cake tins. Yes, 3. This is a big cake. These need to go into an oven preheated at 160 degrees centigrade for 45 to 50 minutes until a tester comes out almost clean. A generous dollop of frosting. Turn the plate rather than turning your hand. You're going to find it a lot easier to do this. I use a great big palette knife for this job. It makes it much easier. Scraping the edges towards the middle gives you really nice, neat top edges on your cake. What you should have by now is a covered chocolate cake. I mean, this is a chocolate extravaganza, but that's not enough. I've got a few leftover macadamia nuts which I'm going to sprinkle on the top, but they're not glam enough yet. Oh no. A little bit of gold edible glitter never hurt anybody. So we have golden macadamia nuts. Then our almonds. I've also got some white chocolate stars, some gold confetti and gold balls. You just can't have enough bling at Christmas. So edible gold glitter And that makes your chocolate fruit and nut showstopper cake perfect for Christmas, full of delicious California raisins. Enjoy!